once be forgot.
Happy New Year, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you've got a great hangover and you've had a great Christmas and New Year. And I just thought I'd make a quick video on my year in watches 2022. Now, on a private note, it was a tough year. We spent a lot of the time in rented waiting to move into our home. A lot of issues going on. But if you look back on the watches I've had, wow. What an absolute record year for watches. I've probably never bought as many expensive watches in my life. I've probably chopped and changed more watches than I've had in 2022. But actually, the high value, amazing, well-respected watches that I've managed to get hold of in 2022 has been mind-blowing. So I just run you through the last 12 months of my watch hobby. What is it? It's a loser's game. That's what it is. Right, so this time last year, or towards the end of 2021, we knew we were moving house. So there was no more big purchases, no more watches. And I started the year with my Omega Globemaster, which is exactly today, the 1st of January, is the 2-year anniversary that I've owned that watch. Absolutely gorgeous. And the Bremont S301. And that's all I had. Those two watches in January. Then I think I just sold the Tudor Black Bay 58 in blue. I think I sold that in either December or January last year. And then February, what have we got for February? I've got my little notepad down here because it's been a hell of a year. February, because we're moving in about March time, we thought there wasn't much to do, but I knew I had this lump sum from the house coming and I went crazy with watch shopping. And in February, it was watch shopping, trying them on. I went into Manchester. And the big watch for me was the Cartier Santos Large in two-tone. Oh la la. If you've ever tried that watch on, any of the Santoses, they're absolutely stunning, gorgeous, well-built watches. And that was a real contender for my big watch in 2022. Anyway, I went a different route, but it was all about window shopping, online shopping at that stage. And then between March and May, not much happened really in terms of me buying watches. But I just want to say a massive thank you to all the different watch brands and companies that I have worked with throughout the year. And I just want to say a big thank you to these guys because it's been amazing working with them. So the Wristwatch Project is a watch dealer out of Sheffield. He lent me the Cartier Santos in blue. And that was one of my best reviews in terms of views. It was a really, really gorgeous watch, was that. Nevada Grenchen, they sent a watch in. That was fantastic. Saint Watches, they sent a watch in. Big thank you to Neil, who he watches the channel, and he sent 2 of his private collection up. One was the Ball, which was a really popular video, and then one was the Tissot Chrono. So Neil, you absolute legend. I hope you're watching, and thank you so much for sending those watches in. It's really appreciated. Christopher Ward got in touch as well. They managed to send a couple of watches, which were really exciting. As a watch nerd, when you're in the watch community, people like that was really exciting to get hold of those watches. Artem straps from Australia. Mind blowing to think that a company in Australia sent me some straps and they are top notch. Go check out the video. My all-time favourites, Zealand rubber straps. Thank you so much, Alex, for always sending the straps. He's almost become a friend online because he's such a great guy, and genuinely they are the best rubber straps I've ever experienced in my life. They're brilliant. Duckworth Pressix, I managed to glow on a couple of their watches. That was really good fun. Sterling timepieces, top guy, top watches, really like them, military inspired. And then Junol Ocean Rover, I got one of them in as well, which was super exciting. So I worked with a load of different companies. On a whole, 2022, I didn't really think I did that much with the channel. I felt like I took my foot off the gas. I wasn't really involved in making that many videos, but now I'm settled. I've got my own little studio again. So I think I'm going to be back on track. Right, so that takes us up to the biggest watch purchase in June. This just gone last year. 2022, the biggest watch purchase I've ever had. And if you were kept abreast of the channel, you know I had £15,000. I could spend it on anything I want. So I went for the Rolex Datejust two-tone. It had to be a Rolex, I think. There were the Chopard Alpine Eagle. That was a contender at the time. The Cartier was a contender. But when I'm never going to have this kind of lump sum money in my pocket again, I think I had to go play. I played it a bit safe and went for the Rolex. Never had two-tone before in my life. I went for the Datejust 41mm two-tone, fluted bezel on a bracelet, not Jubilee. By God, what a stunning, amazing watch. £10,300 on a watch for me is out of this world crazy. It was a really exciting time. And once I'd bought that, I then got a more plain, bland one in the terms of the Breitling Navitimer 8. That's already been sold already, unfortunately. It just didn't fit the bill of what I was I thought I was going for an Explorer vibe, something really jazzy and really plain. Great watch, but I never settled on it, unfortunately. So yeah, I've sold that already. And then I got the baby, the Oyster Perpetual Grape Dial 39. It's a really comfortable watch, really good looking, not for everybody. I think the red pips don't really help the design. And it's a discontinued Rolex that cost me £6,200. And I bought it with no box and no papers. Oh, box, sorry, but no papers. But ultimately, that's going to be a real bugger if I ever do want to sell it, because it was the most unpopular Rolex out there when it was available. What's next? Then August came, we were going on holiday, we had a family holiday to Turkey, and I wanted a sporty dive watch. Totally greedy, totally unnecessary. But yeah, I got the Omega Seamaster in white dial on bracelet, the black ceramic bezel. Such a good looking, awesome watch. It goes with all my Zealand rubber straps as well, which is super exciting. And my wife actually got me the official Omega NATO a few years ago for a different watch, and that works on it really well as well. So yeah, Datejust, Oyster Perpetual, Seamaster, Globemaster already in the collection, the Bremont already in the collection, some serious watches, some seriously good looking watches as well. And obviously after that, things had to take a bit of a nosedive, and watch shopping certainly took a bit of a back foot. September, yes, one of my all-time favourite companies, Bremont, they got in touch and sent me the Argonaut in bronze, and don't tell them, but I've still got that, and hopefully they'll never ask for it back. It was just a loan, and by God, that is a gorgeous watch. Absolutely stunning watch, stunning to look at, comfy to wear, and it works on the Zealand as well. So really fantastic watch. And to get someone from Bremont to get in touch with me, that was super exciting. So I've made no qualms about it. I've been a massive Bremont fan for years now. Even been down at the Henley-on-Thames factory tour. That was absolutely amazing. Then October, November, very quiet. Nothing much happened, as you can imagine. I'm all spent up. Probably have to sell some now because my collection's too big. It's too much of a stress in the morning trying to find out what I want to wear. And then December, 3 micro brands got in touch and sent me a watch. Borealis, Fearboss and Prosidius all got in touch. I get to keep them watches, which is fantastic. And they're all really well built, really good looking. And obviously I'll be bringing videos out of them in due course. And then the big one on Christmas Day, 2022, the wife surprised me with the Tudor Black Bay Red. I haven't taken it off in over a week now. It's been fantastic to wear. And do I wish it was a little bit thinner? Maybe. Do I wish it didn't have 4 rivets? Definitely. But the wife has bought me an expensive quality watch, and I'm just going to learn to live with it and enjoy it. And you know what? It's been a brilliant week knowing that the wife has got me something so nice, so expensive, so thoughtful. I didn't even get her a present this year. So that's my year in watches. I think it's been a brilliant year. I don't think I'll ever repeat the sort of spending that I've gone through. I'm scared to add up what's been spent there. Some has got to go. I've got too many watches. And if you think about it now, the parents bought me the Globemaster. Sarah bought me this. She also bought me the Hamilton. I can't sell them. And I've got 3 watches there that I can never really sell. So they're keepers, great watches. So I'm thinking of the rest, either sell them all and get 2 more in, or keep one Rolex, sell one Rolex and swap it out for something else. So it's all pie in the sky. I can't be sure what I'm going to get at this stage. I've got too many watches. I love them all. They're all really good looking. What would be your pick that I should keep? What should I keep? What should I swap? And ultimately, being a watch addict, you never stopped. You're never quite finished, are you? You're always looking for that next hit. Instagram's terrible for it. Online watch like Goldsmiths, Ernest Jones, Beaver Brooks, going on those sites is brilliant as well. Just seeing what they've got. Terrible for going in the sales this time of year as well. There's always a deal to be had. But if I had to sort of narrow it down to maybe 5 or 6 choices, what have I got my eye on in 2023? 100%, I have got a massive crush on the Zenith Defy, probably in the blue or black dial with the quick 10-second hand. Pointless little thing, but I just think that's so gorgeous. And that as a sports model, as a design, actually came out before all the other integrated sports models from the 70s. I think that came out in 1969 originally. So that's quite an attractive thing with it. The GP Lorato, In blue, again, probably, I think I got a thing for sports watches with blue dials at the moment. But again, that's like £11,100. So I'd have to sell my Datejust and find some money from somewhere else if I was going to pick something like that up. The IWC 41mm Pilot's Chronograph in blue on bracelet. Oh, that's really nice. The only thing that concerns me is it's a really thick watch, which now I've got the BP, it's not the end of the world. But I think the lug to lug is over 50mm as well, so that's a little bit concerning. The Sapphire Sandwich Omega Speedmaster, I keep thinking about that watch. Now the updated version has come in a couple of years ago. It's hard not to think of it as being an almost perfect watch. Really iconic, really good looking. Daily wearer, absolutely. 50mm water resistance is a bit piss poor, and I never tip my watches anywhere apart from the shower, so it would cope with life with me. And then the wife's got a ladies Aquaterra 26mm, I think it is. And every time I see it, I think, wow, I want the black dial Aquaterra. So yeah, there's 4 or 5, 6 watches there that are definite contenders for coming in the collection, but something must give. Good Lord, I have had a lot of watches this year. I hope you've enjoyed watching the channel, guys. Happy New Year. I hope you have a great 2023. They're just watches at the end of the day, aren't they? I'll see you in the next one.